Hello everyone, we got a reaction from Moby. Hello very
everyone.
warmly. Who are the twins brothers? There's green cameras, we will deal with it today. We have Moby, so I am curious what will happen. Let's go.
The third part of episode 70 was finally released. It gave me just a ton of material that I'd really like to talk about. Previously, I've already made a video on the secret agent's origin and purpose in the series. So this time, I decided to choose another topic. So today I'm going to talk about the mysterious green-suited cameraman.
There is, well, that's all the true. We have a lot of things that appeared in episode 70 that work and affect the plot, of course. And thanks to this, I think we will be able to check and make more theories about all series because of Skibidi Toilet 70.
Thought to be ghosts at first. These two buddies really turned out to be full of surprises, and I have a lot of theories on them, which I'll happily share with you in this video. Now get your tea and snacks ready, and prepare to watch this video to the end, because it's going to be really interesting. And let's go! Although the actual plot-related appearance of at least one of the green-suited cameramen happened in the
This is, by the way, really crazy.
later episodes of the series. We could see the same models of cameramen in the earliest episodes as well.
Yeah.
For example, let's take this shot from episode 8. We can notice one green-suited cameraman walking in the center of the crowd. We could also see him once again in episode 31 from the left side of the...
Okay, so we can see the cameras appeared earlier. They're interesting, yeah? This is pretty
big
crazy.
Cameraman with his legs buried into two toilets. It's pretty interesting how in all of those cases, this green-suited cameraman appeared in places where some crazy battles were about to begin, but we never saw him getting destroyed or critically damaged. Even in episode 31, where the crowd of the ordinary cameraman had been attacked by their infected former comrades, and considering that the Alliance didn't have the anti-parasite weapon at the time, I didn't see a clear opportunity to get out of this scenario alive.
Yeah, this is even in such a situation. I don't. We didn't see how the cameras green camera was destroyed. Which is really interesting. I don't think that the agent was already watching over them, or maybe there is a chance that the agent helps the cameras.
Besides, the green-suited cameraman stood right next to the big cameraman, then got brutally beheaded by the infected big cameraman in the blue shirt. So he must have been extra lucky or something like that. By the way, funnily enough, but in episode 46, we could see his green-suited soulmate that came from the Speakerman's race this time. And this guy doesn't do anything particular that could have distinguished him from the rest of the ordinary Speakermen, so I guess that Boom just wanted to play with colors a bit at that time. We could also see one of the green-suited cameraman appearing at the very beginning of episode 55, and also pay your attention to the fact that this cameraman finds himself...
And by the way, this is really interesting that the secret agent almost always appears when there was a green camera or lucky one, so this is really crazy.
Dangerous situation once again. I mean, the freaking acid skeleton Skibidi is in front of him, and somehow our guy manages to be in the row of the very few survivors of this Skibidi attack and successfully escapes by running away. I mean, at this point, I would consider this cameraman as lucky as the white terracotta brother himself. Could it be the miraculous hand of help belonging to the secret agent?
Maybe this is not luck. Maybe that was a technology from secret agent. That was a help from secret agent, yeah? And lucky cameraman is not lucky, but he has a help of the secret agent, yeah? He has a technology, teleport, invisible, so...
Agent? Or is he just that smart on his own? Both variants can be possible in this case, actually. Because I have a certain theory on how the secret agent may choose his apprentices, but I'll tell you about it a little bit later. And for now, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I make a lot of really interesting and detailed videos about the lore of this series, including the character of the secret agent as well. Well, let's get back to the green-suited cameraman, though. As he manages to survive in episode 55, it's pretty logical to see him well and thriving once again in the following episode, standing on the right side from this TV man with the rifle in his hands. And by the way, guys, do you...
But guys, why he's always alone? He's one. But we know that there is a twins, so maybe one agent helps Skibidi Toilet and the second one helps
you remember this particular car he also stands right in front of? Yeah, that's right. It's this very car where the secret agent sits in, and we could see him just a few seconds later.
And
although in the frame
agent
with the
is always
green-suited cameraman, he's gone already. And besides that, Lucky Cameraman, aka the White Terracotta Bro, also appears in the same episode. We could notice him running with his butt cheeks caught on fire, closer to the end of episode 56. And by the way, in this episode, the green-suited cameraman continues the tradition of getting dragged into really messy situations. I mean, how did he manage to escape this route that had been occupied by the infected Titan speakermen from all sides? This guy...
That's help of the secret agents, probably, yeah?
never fails to amaze me, my friends. But unfortunately, his luck didn't seem to be endless after all. Because in episode 61, we see him once again, walking confidently with a rifle in his hands. But you just look at that. Skibidi Penguin Zero appears on the screen, stuns all the cameramen in front of him, including the green-suited one, and knocks him to the ground with one precise shot. But here comes the tricky part. Pay your attention to the way his body lies on the ground. His head camera doesn't seem to be detached.
Yeah, and he's holding guns in the hand. I think he is unconscious, not the hurt one. Maybe he was already using the power of invisibility or teleportation back, and then that's why he was able to survive all this critical situation. Yeah? He's pretending. Yeah, he's pretending, definitely. And by the way, secret agents always appears with him, yeah?
Lifeless. Plus, there's something
this
more
is
to
crazy.
It. In case you didn't notice or simply forgot, the POV of episode 61 is no other than Lucky Cameraman himself.
Lucky, yeah.
And as it usually happens when this guy can be found in the center of an action. There's also the secret agent looking straight into the POV's soul as well. And it's another time when we see the green-suited cameraman and the white terracotta bro, not only in the same episode, but also in the same scene. So I have two theories on how the green-suited cameraman managed to survive in this episode. The first one is that he wasn't actually finished by Skibidi Penguin Zero, and the head camera that wasn't detached from his main body signals to us about that. Because it is actually possible to still bring the injured cameraman back to life with the help of the medics of the Alliance. And the only condition was that is the head camera being connected to the body or its wires not being cut off. We could see how in the second part of episode 69, the medic approaches the body of a fallen cameraman with his head being in the whole other dimension, and he doesn't even bother to stop and take a closer look at him, but simply walks by him. Which proves the idea that the task of repairing of a cameraman from the injuries that he got becomes impossible only in the case of his head camera being completely torn off.
Yeah, I agree with that, but maybe they can gather the parts and make another one. Maybe there is some kind of... Maybe, by the way, yeah, maybe the disc that secret agent gets, that was memories of this plunger, by the way.
For instance, we could see the process of renovation at the very beginning of episode 62. So, it's pretty logical to assume that the green-suited cameraman could have been simply saved off screen by a bunch of the Alliance's medics. And here's another theory. What if the secret agent had already laid his eyes on him in this episode and decided to choose this guy in pair with Lucky Cameraman as one of his future accomplices? Maybe his luck and dexterity played a major role in this choice. I don't really know here. Although I'm not entirely sure of that, as it's pretty difficult to see it in details. But I think we could catch a glimpse at the green-suited cameraman once more in the beginning of episode 66,
it's here.
crouching near that gray, fallen toilet. And finally, we're catching up to the current events, namely, the fourth part of episode 67, where all the members of the infiltration squad reach the Skibidi bunker, including now two green-suited cameramen, one of whom still clenches his favorite rifle in his hands, while the other one carries the plunger on his back. And as we've already seen before, he hands it over to its owner once Plungerman slips into the bunker too. And in one of my previous videos, I voiced a theory that maybe Plungerman indeed wasn't supposed to get inside, and one of the green-suited cameramen was intended to take his place in terms of battle power, as he had already become the secret agent's accomplice at this point, as well as Lucky Cameraman. I don't think that his similarly looking bro was a secret agent's accomplice at that time though, but why I don't think so. I'm going to explain a little bit later, so brace with me. By the way, did you notice how in the secret scene that was added by Boom in all the episodes of Season 22 compilation, everyone but Plungerman, Black Speakerman, and two green-suited brothers followed Lucky Cameraman's orders? That could indicate that those four guys aside from the POV are really special, and each of them was given a certain purpose in the upcoming events. Now, having the information from episode 70, that scene in
So maybe Dark Speakerman was created by secret agents too.
the second part of episode 68, where the green-suited cameraman reaches out his hand to take the remote controller from Lucky Cameraman's
That was
hands.
a really strange scene, you know? Oh my goodness, there is so many secrets and we need to find out everything. That was great video from the Moby, you know?